Today is my live video. I actually did one earlier, but I was out on the property shopping deals. So today's video is simply my biggest mistakes as a real estate investor in my real estate business. And I had to write these down because I think they're going to help a lot of people. Hopefully they're going to help you. What is this? Oh, it says I'm live. I actually had to get out my trusty book of spells because it has all these titles, and I was going through this and I was like, what will actually help more people, especially people who are going to either be working with me, people who invest right now, people who are already investing, they want to invest, or they've been investing forever. Like, I've been doing this for like 23 years, and I know that I made a lot of mistakes, but I've also had a lot of wins, and sometimes I forget. So I wrote them down, and I was like, hey, so what is my number one? Yeah, there was three biggest ones, and I want to share those with you. I'm writing that. Boom, because I'm not going to be long with you guys today, or I might be. Who knows, right? So let me know if this helps. My number one biggest mistake, right, is playing too small. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can see that. I stayed too small for too long. Too small apartment buildings, like instead of going after 10s and 20 unit buildings, I should have been going after 30s and 40s. I should have been going after 40s and 50s. Even when I did do bigger things, I got scared along the way. Those are my biggest mistakes, is not stepping all in hard on the biggest things I could put my hands on. Now, everybody has to start where they're at. I get it. But looking at my biggest mistakes, looking back, I would have been 100 times past where I am today had I just leaned in on the one thing that scared me the most, was just go after the big deals and stay there, cut my teeth there, right? Next, no one knew me. Dude, no one knew me. I think maybe 2 months ago was the first time I actually posted a picture on my social media platform of a property that I had did. And it was just like the interior pictures. I've always been hiding. And if you know that as a real estate investor, especially if you've been in real estate for any length of time, the whole goal of being a real estate investor is no one knows you own shit. Hide everything, put it in an LLC so you can't get fined or sued. That's the old way of thinking. With social media now, I have been in real estate investing, for 20 something years, maybe since like 97, 98, somewhere in there when I got started. And only a small group of people even know who I am. They know me from Warhorse. They know me for real estate investing locally, but I've been one of the trainers and coaches for Dave Lindahl, like RE Mentor, great company, great group of people. I've done that for them. That whole network knew me, but not everybody around the world knew who I am, who I was, or what I've done. That's one of my biggest failures. Now that I look back, I know right off the bat, focusing on properties that are too small never helped. That's the biggest mistake I made in real estate. And then not making sure that everybody around the planet actually knows who I am, knows what I do, so I can actually help and affect more people around the planet. That should be what my goal was, but back then it wasn't. I just stayed hiding. So that's a huge mistake for me. All right. So number three, and I still struggle with this, and I'm honest, is doing it alone. Right now, I'm hiring. I'm expanding. We're growing. Bell Capital is actually putting together its first fund, and you can't do that alone. Real estate itself is a contact sport. It's a team sport. You need a team to do this, especially if you're going to grow it at any big magnitude. So for a long time, my three biggest mistakes: staying too small, no one knows who I was, and I'm doing it by myself. They're all. I don't know why. Naturally, when I write it on the board, I can see it. How do you expect to do anything magnificent, even if you're an individual that works as hard, works his ass off like I do? You can only grow so big if you're doing it by yourself. No one knows who you are, and you're playing a small game, right? So when you reverse this, naturally, when I look now where I'm headed, everything I want to do is big. And I'll be honest with you, the mistakes I continue to make, because I wrote them down, the mistakes I continue to make sometimes is I still think too small. I'm still looking at deals that are 40 to 100 units in California, San Diego County. And in my mind, I'm like, dude, you should be going bigger, which is why I put together Bell Capital, why I put together the fund, because I'm like, all right, start bringing people into the fold, start bringing in investors, start talking to people that I know, family, friends, all my friends on Facebook, people who want to invest with me that didn't even know what I did. Now they do. They're like, dude, how can I get involved? Right? I had to start thinking bigger, and I still failed there. So I'm working on that. Just honest and being 100% transparent. The other thing, probably the one thing I'm afraid to do is to let go. Like, I have to let go of people that I used to know that don't want to grow the way that I do, that don't have my vision. They're comfortable where they are. They don't want to go into big deals. Don't want to do anything huge. They just want to be where they're at. To the part where when I say I want to have, I'm going to have $1 billion real estate portfolio. I'm gonna do it. Period. So there's no two ways about it. I'm going to raise $300 million, and I'm going to get the other $700 million from a lender, and we're going to buy the great pieces of property all around the United States. People who don't want to do that with me, I got to learn to let them go. No matter how bad I want to bring them with me, because I want to help. At some point, I have a bigger service. You have a bigger service to be able to help people grow, right? And if you want to take a bunch of people with you, you can't do that dragging around people who don't want to be there. They get heavy, and they're going to hold you back. And that's one of my biggest things. I still struggle with that sometimes. So I thought about that. I was like, what can I add value with today? How can I help people in the real estate game like me? Like, what were my biggest mistakes? Man, I thought too small. I played too small. I went after small deals. I did what I was capable of doing at the moment by taking a look at what I had versus taking a look at what I wanted. Man, that was a huge shift for me. And when I think about that, I'm like, dude, my biggest failures in business, staying too small too long, going after small stuff. I should have went bigger. Next one was nobody knew me. I didn't have a conscious effort to make sure that everybody knew Victor Bell, that Victor Bell, that name was associated with real estate and real estate investing all around the freaking planet. I should have done that. I didn't do that. It's never been easier to do. We got Facebook, Instagram, we got YouTube, we got all these different channels that are free. You can dump everything you got on this every day, every second of the day, and no one will come in and stop you, or they might. But I didn't do that. That's on me. And last but not least, I kept trying to do it alone. I kept saying, nah, I don't need it. People won't move as fast as me. That's stupid. That is totally stupid. That is not true. If you want to get somewhere huge, then you do need a team. And I realize that now. Real estate is a team sport. It's a contact sport. And let's face it, you can get there by yourself, but you're going to get there slow. But if you want to go big, you want to go fast, and you want to build something massive, which I do, you cannot do it alone. The solution to all of that is people. Raising money is through people. Talking to people, getting properties through people. Building a great organization that succeeds at the highest level, that's indestructible, is through people. Everything is through people. So doing it alone does not work. I know a lot of people want to do that. They want to hide and, I'm going to make just a little bit of money and I'm going to live it because I don't need that much. Man, keep doing that. But I can tell you, man, that's a lonely life, and I don't want that, right? So I did that. One of the biggest things that I know that I'm going to change is I'm going to stop thinking small. I'm going to start working with more people. I'm going to start creating more partnerships, reaching out to more people, becoming more known. So you'll probably see me on here a lot. And that's why, because I'm very aware, and I want to be the model for what it looks like, how much work it takes, how many people you need, how you have to start thinking, and what you got to put out there into the world so you can say, hey, look, guys, here's where I'm headed. Man, either join me on this journey or watch me on this journey. Like me, love me, hate me, whatever you're going to do, but be a part of it because I'm committed to go there and I want you on that journey with me. Like, that's what it takes. And you can put that out there, all right? So I appreciate you guys for this, and I hope that helps you with your real estate business because these are mine. Take a look at that. Man, ask yourself, are you playing too small still, right? If you're in real estate, you should be doing bigger deals. If you can't do them on your own, then invest with somebody like myself or somebody that you know that's already moving on. But you should be looking at bigger stuff. You owe it to yourself to do that. All right, next. Man, don't be a nobody. Nobody likes a nobody. It's fun to say that. Maybe you watch a bunch of movies and stuff where you got a dude that's a loner and he's crushing it. But in the real world of business and real estate investing, I don't know a whole bunch of onesie-twosie guys that's just fucking crushing it, that doesn't have an entourage of people. Even if you don't see them, they're there. I spend a lot of money reaching out to people, going to people's offices, joining different things. And when I get behind the scenes, I see what's really happening. All right, my mentors, I think they're just crushing it by themselves. But, man, they got 200-300 people behind them, pushing them forward in the front, holding them up. You cannot do this by yourself. You got to make sure people know you. And like I said, that goes back to the part of doing it alone. Don't do it alone. I've done it alone. I'm not doing it alone right now. I'm hiring. I'm bringing on people. I got one of my assistants right now, Tao. She's great. She's learning. She's pressing. I got Sharon. I got other people on my team. I got other investors. I have all these great support systems around me now that I didn't have before. While I'm growing, I'm able to help other people. And that's huge. So I hope that helps you guys. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, like this, love this, share this, whatever you got to do, but I'm here for you. So just remember that these are my 3 biggest mistakes. And how am I correcting them? I'm going big. I'm starting to think bigger, so it forces me to think outside of the box and say, man, how can I get this done? So I'm going bigger. I'm making it a point to get known to more people and introduce myself to more people. And I'm actually bringing more and more people around me on my team, hiring people, and I'm looking at people as an asset, as a part of my resources. So when we get to the end of the finish line, or we keep on going past the finish line, I have a team of people around me that I love, that I've brought them with me, and they're excited about being in what we're building. So take a look at your own stuff, man. Are you thinking too small? Or are you going too small with your real estate investing, or you haven't started yet? Whatever that is for you. Does no one know you exist? That's rough, man. You could be in the middle of a crowd and nobody knows you exist, man. Like I said, the planet's too big for you to be a nobody. Don't be a nobody. Last but not least, stop doing it alone. Like, are you doing too much by yourself? Alone doesn't mean you don't have somebody. Alone just made me like, hey, I need more people on my team to get this done. The more people around me, the better. Are you doing that? Those are my three biggest mistakes. I actually corrected them and continuously correcting them. And you're going to see it as we continue to expand at Bell Capital, our real estate company, how many people I'm willing to bring into the fold, because I'm trying to build a massive tribe of motivated people in my Castro headquarters, and it's going to be freaking awesome. So if you want to be a part of that, let me know. I'm hiring graphics people, video people, camera people, content people, real estate people, investor relations people, acquisitions people, marketing people, everybody that you can think of. I want a great team of great people. I'm very success driven. I only want people like that who are super motivated. Hell, even my little team that I got here now, like, we're going to be working on those things. They're my internet department. They're going to be handling that stuff. A lot of training, a lot of stuff is going to be coming up, and they're going to be a part of my network. And if you want to be a part of that, I got space. I'm always open. We're always expanding. I'm always going to have a position open for great people to work with us. So those are my three biggest mistakes. I hope they're not yours. If they are, man, fix them. Or keep watching me. I'm going to be the model for you. All right, man, I love you guys. Like this video, share this video, comment on this video, and I'll see you guys soon, man. You guys have a great weekend. I love you. Welcome to the Bell family.